morning, student. Welcome to my class, BS second year, compulsory English. Today we will going to learn uh, The Highway. This is a short story. It is written by Ray Bradbury. He was born in Illinois, USA. He has written story, novels, and plays, but is particularly well known for his science fiction. He is well known for his science fiction, particularly well known. The Highway is taken from The Illustrated Man, 1951. Ray Bradbury is an American man of letters known for his novels, short stories, and screenplays, but he has effectively handled other genres like fantasy, science fiction, horror stories, and mystery stories. H. G. Wells, Jules Verne, and A. E. Poe were his favorite authors. Which favorite authors is H. G. Wells, Jules Verne, and A. E. Poe? And the influence of their writing is seen on his work, as he tells two events in his childhood influenced his writing. One was the watching of the performance of the Hunchback of Notre Dame at the age of 3, and the touch of electrified sword to his nose by a performer named Electro, and his words live forever. Since then, he had been writing his states. His writing and writing abilities have been honored with a number of awards, which include the worldwide famous Pulitzer Award in 2007. So, the present story has a background of the dropping of the two atom bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan. It brought unthinkable devastations and ended the Second World War. Since then, many countries have produced bombs 1000 times more powerful than that was dropped on Japan. As a result, people all over the world, particularly in America, Europe, and the Soviet Union, are in constant fear of an atomic war, which would bring the end of mankind. This sense of fear from the background of the story. So, we are studying a very small short story from his pen, The Highway. The story has the dropping of atom bomb on Nagasaki and Hiroshima is at the background of what happens in the story. So we are know about the Nagasaki and Hiroshima, the atom bombs. It is a historical background. The story has two themes. One is the impact of the atom bombs seen in the terror that gripped the city people, and second one theme is the world of the illiterate simple people that have nothing to do with this event and are unable to understand what is happening. A common man named Hernando represent them. Hernando represent them. Can the end of the story be called shocking or with a twist in the tale? So, let us go through the story before arriving at any answer to these questions. The cooling afternoon rain had come over the valley, touching the corn in the tilled mountain fields, tapping on the dry grass roof of the hut. So, here is a description. In the rainy darkness, the woman ground corn between cakes of lava rock, working steadily. In the wet lightness, somewhere a baby cried. So here is a description of the afternoon, the cooling afternoon. तिथं पाऊस अजून यायचा होता आणि त्यावेळीचं त्या लेखकाने वर्णन केलेलं आहे. तर त्यावेळीस दुपारच्या टायमिंगला थंडाव्याची दुपार होती आणि पर्वतराईमध्ये मशागत केलेल्या शेतांना आणि झाडांच्या वाळलेल्या गवतापासून बनवलेल्या छपरांना देखील त्याचा स्पर्श झालेला होता. आणि त्या पावसाळी वातावरण एक स्त्री जात्यावर एका लईत धान्य दळत होती त्या प्रकारे होतं. त्या ओलसर प्रकाशात कुठंतरी एक बाळही रडत होतं. So here is a description what type of this afternoon that time, and Hernando stood waiting for the rain to cease so he might take the wooden plow into the field again. So Hernando, he is a protagonist of this story. तो काय करत हर्नांडो below the river boiled brown and thickened in its ochre. The concrete highway, another river, did not flow at all. It lay shining empty. A car had not come along it in an hour. This was in itself of unusual interest. Over the year, there had not been an hour when a car had not pulled up. Someone shouting, "Hey, there, can we take your picture?" Someone with a box that clicked and a coin in his hand. If he walked slowly across the field without his hat. Sometimes they called, "Oh, we want you," with your hat on. And they waved their hands, rich with gold things that told time, or identified them, or did nothing at all but winked like spiders' lights eyes in the sun. So he would turn and go back to get his hat. So here is a Hernando stood waiting for the rain, and he waiting for the rain, and that time the road was empty. No one, a single car passed on these roads. So that is the wonder thing for Hernando and some women. So here then someone shouting, "Hey, there, can we take your picture?" Someone, here is a no name for someone, and they want to click picture of Hernando, and after that they clicked and they said to Hernando, "We want your picture with your hat." So Hernando go to his home and uh, turn back with his hat. And that time his wife spoke, "Something is wrong, Hernando." So that time Hernando's wife, here no name to give. "See the road, something big has happened. Something big to make the road so empty this way." And she talked with Hernando. Here is something happening, something is wrong because of the road is empty. So he walked from the hut slowly and easily, the rain washing over the twin shoes of grass and thick tire rubber he wore. He remembered, here is a which is type of Hernando's shoes there are describes. His shoes is a grass and thick tire rubber, which is he wore. He remembered very well the incident of this pair of shoes. The tire had come into the hut with violence one night, exploding the chickens and the pots apart. It had come alone, rolling swiftly. The car of which it had come had rushed on as far as the curve and hung a moment. Headlights reflected before plunging into the river. The car was still there. One might see it on a good day when the river ran slow and the mud cleared. Deep under shining its metal, long and low and very rich, lay the car. But then the mud came in again and you saw nothing. Here is a explain uh, his shoes, and then he remembered about his shoes. One night here the car big tire is a big tire one night the exploiting the chickens and the pots apart, and then the car was rushed and as far as curve and hung a movement headlights reflects before plunging into the river. So this car still there, and when the river runs slow and the mud cleared, that time the shining the car's metal it's shining and long and low and very rich. And sometimes when the river mud came in the river, so again we don't nothing saw the car. So there is a description about the cars. The following day, he had cut the shoe soles from the tire rubber, and the following day he had cut the shoe soles from the tire rubber. So that tires rubbers used Hernando with his for his shoes sole, and he reached the highway now and stood upon it, listening to small sound it made in the rain. So he reached the highway and he stood on this road and he listening the small sound it made in the rain. So then suddenly, as if at a single the cars came, hundreds of them, miles of them, rushing and rushing as he stood by and by him. The big long cars heading north towards the United States, roaring, taking the curves at too great a speed with a ceaseless blowing and honking. And there was something about the faces of the people packed into the cars. So he suddenly saw some rushes of the car rushing and rushing as he stood, and that a big long cars heading the north towards the United States and roaring, taking the curves at a too great a speed. So they and faces of the peoples, and in the car sitting the people who was sitting on this car in this car, they the peoples packed into the cars, and something which dropped him into a deep silence. He stood back to let the cars roar on. He counted them until he tired. 500, 1,000 cars passed, and there was something in the faces of all of them, but they moved too swiftly for him to tell what this thing was. So, finally, silence and emptiness returned, and after that, car was some big long cars was go down in this road on this road. That time, finally, the silence and emptiness returned. The swift, long, low convertible cars were gone. He heard the last horn fade. The road was empty again. So today we are learn about the highway, the introduction of this short story by Ray Bradbury, and introduction of authors, and also we are today study these stories first part. So thank you student, and we will going to learn tomorrow the next part of this story. Thank you.